If there's one message that we want to send home with you, is that you shouldn't go home and use these to beat up your team. These are inspirational. And so they're just a suggestion to try to get your team inside of itself and to tap in to their hope and to tap in what they already know. And to kind of give them some legitimization and guidance about what steps to take to follow their instinct to greatness. That's all these patterns are. They're to free you. They're to free you from the tyranny who's going to do a checklist on the Scrum Guide. And God forbid I see anyone out there with a checklist on these patterns saying, how many of these patterns have you found? So, I mean, there's not going to be a prize for having the most check marks. This is just an audit to find out how far are you and what are the next steps. So that's what this is about. And that's what Scrum is about. It's always about taking that next step until you finally get down all the way to happiness metric and to greatest value. And now you can take off the training wheels and you can really start to do development. One of the things I might also show is a final closing if there's time. Do any of you know the 10 bowls of Zen? So this farmer who lost the bull, or at least he thinks he lost the bull. He thinks it was his. And then he catches a glimpse of the tail of the bull. And we use this as a metaphor for enlightenment. And we've kind of made a playful forward to the book based on the 10 bowls about kind of the 10 stages of following Scrum. And you get about to the 7th bowl. The 6th bowl, you're riding the bull home. You've captured the bull, you've mastered Scrum. And now you're sitting and reflecting. There is no bull. Then, there is no me. There is no us and them. Then you go back to the source. And then you become this guy with the big belly, and he has a little gourd going around begging for sake. Butai. Sharing his wisdom. So what I'm trying to do here is to tap into your wisdom so you as Scrum Masters can go home and share this with your teams and inspire them. This is about making the world a better place. One little step at a time. That's all these patterns are.